Clean girl makeup and facial recognition software have the same aesthetic preferences. That's either a coincidence or it isn't. Ever notice how looks good on camera and looks good to the algorithm have started to mean the same thing? Not in a vague, metaphorical way, measurably, geometrically. The same face that gets boosted on the FYP is the face that maps cleanly for computer vision. Smooth, even tone, symmetrical features, minimum shadow variation, low noise. That's the ignition point for everything listed at hotinsocialmedia.com/TikTok beauty trends. 23 trends. Two of them will explain the other 21. The trends in that article read like contradictions maps if you know how to look at them. On one end, Project Pan, minimalist skincare, drugstore shampoos, natural hair. On the other, glass skin requiring 12 layered Korean skincare products, 3D nail art, clean girl makeup with a full product stack underneath it. Both categories trending simultaneously, both rewarded by the same algorithm. That's not how trends usually work. Trends replace each other. These are pointing in opposite directions at the same time, same platform, same quarter. So the question isn't what's trending. The question is why the FYP is surfacing both and what that tells you about what TikTok actually wants from beauty content in 2026. Here's the mechanism. Clean girl aesthetic, dominant for 3 years. Minimal makeup, glowing skin, fluffy brows, lip gloss, neutral tones. Enhance natural features without heavy makeup. That's the marketing framing. The platform framing is slightly different. Clean girl faces are computationally low cost. Smooth, even skin, symmetrical features emphasized, minimal shadow variation, no heavy texture competing with facial landmark detection. The face is readable. The face maps cleanly. In a system processing millions of faces per second for ad targeting, content categorization, and demographic inference, a clean girl face is just easier to work with. Glass skin takes this further. Korean skincare routines aimed at achieving a luminous, dewy complexion that appears almost reflective. The actual effect, high contrast bone structure, flat, even tone, maximum light reflection off the skin surface, is nearly identical to what happens when facial recognition software optimizes an image for landmark detection. That's probably a coincidence. Sure, face taping is also trending. Two types: instant lift tape that mimics surgical results, and overnight tape that supposedly trains facial muscles over time. The framing is moving away from Botox and fillers, natural alternative, lower cost. But look at what face taping actually does geometrically. It elevates brow position, it sharpens jawline definition, it increases facial symmetry scores by pulling asymmetrical features towards center. It makes the face, measurably, more predictable to computer vision systems trained on symmetric, standardized features. People aren't thinking about that when they're taping their faces at midnight. They're just trying to look good on camera. But looks good on camera and parses cleanly for machine vision have quietly become the same thing. Actually, not entirely the same thing. There's a gap there, and the gap is where it gets uncomfortable. Project Pan has 4.3 million posts on TikTok. Think about what that number actually means. 4.3 million videos of people proudly finishing their shampoo, celebrating an empty moisturizer, documenting the moment they finally hit the bottom of a foundation bottle they bought 2 years ago. The platform surfaces this, rewards it. The engagement is real. Meanwhile, glass skin requires a minimum 6-step routine. Korean skincare tutorials average somewhere between 8 and 12 products demonstrated per video. Beauty must-haves content exists entirely to drive product discovery, also trending, also rewarded. The algo doesn't have a problem with this tension. Content that validates not buying things and content that sells things can coexist perfectly on the same platform, served to the same user, sometimes in the same session. Because the platform isn't selling products, the platform is selling attention. Whether you bought the serum or filmed yourself not buying it, the data point was captured either way. Right. There's something slightly recursive about the then and now makeup trend. Creators showing 2015 makeup next to 2025 makeup. The joke is that 2015 was excessive, heavy contouring, overlining, dramatic brows, and 2025 is more refined, more natural, more authentic. But 2015 makeup was also a direct response to an algorithm. Contouring existed because standard definition cameras flattened faces, and heavier contrast helped features read. The makeup was calibrated to the technology of the moment. 2025 clean girl makeup is also calibrated to the technology of the moment. Higher resolution cameras and improved computer vision don't need the shadow contrast. They actually perform better without it. The natural look is still optimization. The optimization target just changed. Every generation thinks the previous generation's beauty standards were social constructs, and their own are authenticity. Every single time. Naturally. The drugstore shampoo trend is actually the clearest signal in the article. After years of platform-driven product anxiety, the idea that you need expensive, specialized, carefully curated products for every hair type or your hair is failing, a significant cohort of creators is documenting that drugstore shampoo works fine. This is not a new discovery. Drugstore shampoo has always worked fine. What changed is the reach calculation. Anti-haul content, de-influencing content, Project Pan content, all of it is getting rewarded right now because watch time is holding, completion rates are high, saves are high. There's a whole separate thing here about what de-influencing actually influenced, but that's a different script. Natural hair and deconstructed hairstyles trending alongside mermaid waves and Irish waves and 90s haircuts. Natural hair movement has been building for a decade. It's real. The cultural shift toward embracing textured, curly, and wavy natural hair patterns genuinely significant. And simultaneously, TikTok is surfacing detailed tutorials for achieving very specific wave patterns, how to make natural hair look more like a specific version of natural hair. The platform isn't anti-natural hair. The platform just prefers results that are repeatable, demonstrable, and visually consistent across a thumbnail. A 15-second before and after with a clear transformation outperforms a 9-minute video about learning to accept your hair as it is, not because the platform is making an aesthetic judgment, because the completion rate math is different. 23 distinct entries, all trending, all rewarded, all same platform, same quarter, same algorithm. Deconstructed hairstyles and glass skin, Project Pan and beauty must-haves, anti-consumption and Korean skincare hauls. The platform wants is the wrong word, rewards, consistently, mechanically, without preference, content that holds attention. A video about refusing to buy things holds attention just as well as a video about buying things, provided the person on camera is readable, the face maps cleanly, and the watch time completes. The trends aren't contradictory. They just look contradictory if you think TikTok is in the business of telling you what to do with your face. It isn't. It's in the business of keeping you watching while you decide. The trends keep trending.